Welcome to Bone at the Kid After Dark. It's after midnight, and I won't say why, but I have the munchies. Which leads me into my first joke. What's a Jamaican's favorite noodle, honey?
I don't know.
Ramen!
Ah, that's good.
So for today, we're keeping it hot, fast, cheap, and easy, and we're going to show you some special MSG-free ramen noodles. So you'll see I've got 3 packages of ramen noodles because that's how many we're going to eat. And you know, they come with these little flavor packets, which chili flavor has got to be one of my favorites, it being vegetarian. But we're going to do away with all that and make it up as we go along. What I have here is a teaspoon of white pepper, a half a teaspoon of garam masala, a teaspoon of organic smoked paprika, half a teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of chili powder, and a teaspoon of cumin. So this is going to be our spice powder mix instead of all of that because honestly my cardiologist and I decided I don't need that much sodium in my diet, and some of us have a sensitivity to MSG. So this will keep that monosodium glutamate out of the mix. And let's go ahead and other things I have here, of course, are some fresh sea salt, 3 tablespoons of butter, this is 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, and I'm going to finish with these little nori sheets. I'm going to make them crumble up, and it'll be a little fishy ocean topping for our ramen noodle. So the first thing I'm going to do is these call for 2 cups of water each, but I want more noodle than soup, so I'm going to boil. I've got 4 cups of cold water ready to boil once I throw in this salt. And the directions will tell you to wait until the water's come to a boil before adding your noodles, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with go ahead and putting them in before that happens. Every shred of noodle there. Alright, I'm going to put in 1 of my tablespoons of butter. I'm going to keep the other 2 to finish. Let's see. And I'm going to go ahead and plow forward with this entire beautiful, colorful selection of spices. You'll follow my magic finger. I did that on purpose, actually. Everybody in. It's going to be a nice color. Yeah, because I had the munchies a couple of nights ago and I made this and Carrie said, "What did you do? Do not forget what you did." Remember, honey? Mm-hmm. But you don't remember what I did.
No.
So I didn't forget, and I'm going to try and replicate what I did that night
Delicious.
for you viewers at home. And it was delicious.
Never had a headache because I know MSG definitely causes, for me, migraines, and it can make kids really, really hyperactive. And
We don't need any hyperactive kids in this house.
but this recipe was just so good, and I never had a headache. It was very healthy.
All right, so we're just going to wait for these to boil. And oh, hey, Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call a poodle with no fur?
I don't know.
A noodle.
Shh.
Because it's nude.
What? Oh my gosh!
Can we say nude on
This is
YouTube? Oh.
7+. Wait.
Baby ramen. We hope you like ramen too. Hey, so we be ramen. Ramen, we ramen, we ramen. Alright, so this came to a high boil. I lowered the heat from 10 to 7. Or 9 to 7. Anyway. Medium high heat here. And what I've done, you may be wondering what happened to that teaspoon of cornstarch. So what I've done is I've added probably 2 tablespoons of water to it, stirred it up with a fork to make what we call in the industry a slurry. I'm just going to add that slurry to the noodle. And what that's going to do is slowly thicken up this broth until it becomes a sauce. First, you'll see how all those, in addition, you'll see how all those spices have become a really nice broth to boil these noodles in. And like the directions say, to add the spice mix at the end, and that never made sense to me. Because while these noodles are absorbing the water to boil, then they may as well be absorbing those spices too. So in my book, that's what makes a really extra ramen. That makes a little extra. I'm going to toss in these last 2 cubes, and we're just going to sit here, wait until these noodles are where we want them to be.
And drool.
And we're gonna sit here and drool, wait for these noodles to get where we want to be. Hey, Carrie, I'd say we have about 2,000 pounds of ramen in here. What do you call 2,000 pounds of ramen? Wonton.
Clever.
So I used equal portions of the cumin, the chili powder, the paprika, and the white pepper, but I cut back the garam masala because it can add a sweetness to your dish that you're not necessarily looking for, and the turmeric, because the turmeric can actually bring some heat to a dish that you may not be looking for. So that's why I only used half teaspoons of the turmeric and the garam masala, because I want the other flavors to take precedence. And if you'll see, the cornstarch is doing its job along with the butter. You'll see when you stir this, see how the sauce is sticking to the side of the pan. So that's the difference between boiling this in a broth. What we've done is we've made noodles in a very special, healthy MSG-free sauce. I was hoping that these would just crumble since they're normally freeze-dried, but I'm doing all right with a fancy twisting, crumbling, tearing motion. I think the oil's in my hands. Anyway. Alright, we have our crispy nori topping. Who's ready for ramen? See, this will be our finished product. And you can make any changes or corrections to this that you would like at home. We like it nice, rich, and buttery, as you can see. Highly recommend the tongs. Tong, tong, tong. Let me see your tongue. At this point, I brought the ladle over here for sauce, but we're not really looking at much ladling sauce. Is this what people like? The stretch? Noodle stretch? Okay, that's gonna be mine. Carrie, would you like more than this? I'll give you one more.
Of course not. On camera.
Yes, because we're both delicate flowers. I'm just gonna give that a sprinkle of the nori. Adds a nice color to that brown background.
Yeah.
Get it in. Now this may look too hot to taste, but I'll take this risk for your viewing enjoyment. Going into the ramen, I think we've made all of our jokes. That is rich, the noodles are tender. You can really tell that they've absorbed the spices from the sauce. It's not too hot, it's not too sweet. This is exactly where we want it to be. And I do wish you would try this at home with any modifications you'd like to make yourself. Next time I'm adding an egg at the end. This has been Bon Appetit. Feel free to hit like, subscribe, and notification bell. Good luck and God bless.
You're a nice Jewish enough. Ooh. We're rolling.
Oh, now I know. Just doing my facial yoga for acting classes.
Oh my God.
Betty bought some butter, but it made her batter bitter. So Betty bought some better butter, and it made her batter better.
Very good.
I think I got that one right. Yeah.
That's impressive.
Hey, guess who's attacking my ankles? So if you hear me shout out loud, doof.
That's your assistant.
Yeah, my co-host. All right, back to work.
So we're back.
And we're back. Welcome back to this week's Bon Appetit, where it's after midnight.
Yeah. Yes.
So when this comes to a boil, we'll come back when birdie dirty. Action. Satisfaction.
Always.
Are we rolling?
Rolling.
Keep rolling. So, but this has been Bon Appetit as usual. Good luck and God bless. Feel free to hit like, subscribe.
What's that?